Today's Pack-a-Punch broadcast is presented by Vesta Nutra. Vesta Nutra, where we can help make sure all your supplements pack a punch.
I'd like to welcome you to the Pack-a-Punch podcast. My name is Val Richard. I am here with Richard Pinner.
Hey, Val, what's happening?
Not a whole lot and everything all at the same time.
And that's an exciting moment.
That's right. It sure is. Like I was saying earlier, I couldn't remember what day it was yesterday. Didn't know if I was supposed to take out my trash or not. But it's December, and that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
It's all exciting.
It's December, and folks, it's December. And that says it all.
Yeah.
Shopping's almost done. Are you shopping almost done?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm done. Yeah.
Awesome. Did you do any like Black Friday rushes? Did you do any of the crazy in-store shopping?
I did get up. I don't ever do the Black Friday thing, but I did get up early just to go to one store, and I got batteries, $3 for 30 batteries. So I was pretty excited about that.
Cool.
And I bought myself some chocolate.
Yum yum.
Other than that, like I said earlier, I really enjoyed the drawn out Black Friday month.
Oh yeah.
I think it's been it's so much more pleasant, than
oh yeah. Well,
it's
like I said, there's nobody getting trampled at the door for like a $30 TV.
Right.
I've got to get in there. Ah!
Now we're trampling at the door for the COVID vaccine.
Oh yeah, that's right. As the COVID climate escalates, so to speak.
Right.
Today, as a matter of fact, the first individual got the first serum shot.
Right.
A 91-year-old lady in the UK.
Right.
Got her shot. We haven't heard from her since.
Way to pick 'em, government.
Really, let's get somebody that's almost near death and just give them a little. I mean, what the heck?
I don't know. There's some mixed feelings there about that one. It seems a little weird, but I guess they've tested in all the clinical trials and stuff. So hopefully it's safe. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be a definite watch and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, usually testing is 5 years. This was like 7 months.
Right.
So.
I've been seeing those Facebook memes that are, they're imitating lawyers a year from now saying, if you took the COVID vaccine, contact Brown and Brown attorneys,
And that's only if you're alive. If you're alive and can still talk.
Right. Yeah. I don't really know what to think about it. I just hope it's not the mark of the beast.
I hope not either. I mean, hopefully it's like Resident Evil. They're coming. The COVID people, the ones that have been outside. COVID. Don't let them in.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, well, let's be realistic. It's something that hopefully will change I would say the climate of separation and get us back together. Hopefully it works. We can all only hope.
Well, I don't have I'm not going to go all negative, but
the
unifying thing is... We'll see how that works out.
We've got that 91-year-old lady on hold.
Right.
We've got our eyes on her. Let's watch her for the next 5 weeks, folks, to see just what happens. Does her appetite change? Does she lose more hair? Does she gain weight? Can she still speak English?
Wow. Yeah, she's probably going to be a star, isn't she?
Oh, she's going to be quietly the most watched person on the planet for the next week or two. Is she in bed yet? Is she asleep? Did she turn? Her eyes dilated? They're going to be all over her, but it's going to be an interesting time and hopefully a good time where actually science does a good thing.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see.
Right. Yes, we will.
But along those lines, tell me, in regards to the shutdowns, did you hear about the other thing about restaurants? And California just went completely shut down.
I'm pretty sure California is completely cuckoo.
Oh, they're definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I mean, I've got some friends in California. Nothing against it. It's a beautiful state, It's got a little bit of everything. But, man, some of the government there is cuckoo.
Hey, well, they're definitely locked down. They'll be cuckoo alone. There are a lot of solitary cuckoos.
Yeah. That's the truth.
They are not going anywhere. As of midnight yesterday, it's stay in your house.
Yes.
I'm assuming they probably got COVID police out there now.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Because it's a big deal. The mandate is real. And I wonder if that's going to sweep the whole United States. It's going to be an interesting scenario to see if they set the precedent for the rest of the states.
Right. I'll tell you one thing. California makes me very thankful for Indiana.
Oh, yeah. It makes a lot of people thankful for wherever they're at. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I'm here. Between the fires, the homelessness, the unemployment,
Right.
this the savagery of that West Coast mentality, it makes a lot of places seem like paradise.
Right. Yeah. I don't understand it. Isn't it? I mean, we're all part of the United States, but they're so different. It's like, it really is kind of like its own little country.
California's got an enormous diversity scenario, and it's just a haven for many things because of the warm climate.
Yeah.
It's a mecca for many, many, many different type of people, which generates a unique climate. So, I mean, California as a state is a beautiful state. I mean, they have pockets of people that are just out there, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm very thankful for the business we're in, making dietary supplements. I'm very thankful for these supplements because, if you can't afford insurance, or if you can't, you don't want to take the vaccines and things like that, and you want to stay with some holistic things, I'm just thankful that we have some natural alternatives that we can go to and use those for our own health benefits. I know I use them, that's for sure.
Well, I can concur. The tracking of our success in our immunity products has been exceptional, and so there must be some, what I consider a desired result coming from these, like the beta-glucan, like the fucoidan, like the B12. I mean, the SAMI. These things are definitely making an impact on people and making them hopefully a lot better as quality of health. And it's a natural thing, and I'm glad to be a part of that organization and Vesta, and being able to provide that to our community because there are so many people in need. And I mean, we do provide a necessary and I believe a very productive opportunity for them to get health care at a very reasonable rate.
Right.
It's not going to cost them an arm and a leg.
And on our contract manufacturing side, we've gotten a lot of interest in people wanting to make products with zinc and selenium. I'm not even sure what selenium does. I need to look into that. But a lot of people are really pushing hard for some really good immunity ingredient products, and I'm really happy about that. That's nice to see.
People are looking to natural. I mean, the holistic wave is becoming more and more prominent. People are looking for different resources other than big pharma. So, I mean, I think that's great, and it's good for us because it's opening up new channels of opportunity and a lot of newcomers to the industry, which leads me to an interesting scenario with a lot of startups and a lot of companies in general. They're trying to really get product to market so quickly that they're looking for solutions, and turnkey often comes up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but for people, you mentioned startups, for people who are just starting in this industry, the term contract manufacturing it's an odd term, because it sounds like you have to just contract something out, which I guess in a way is true. It's sort of an outsourcing. You're outsourcing your idea to have it manufactured, basically signing a contract to get that done.
Correct, and there is a contract.
So I guess that is true. I know a lot of contract manufacturers use the term turnkey. Are you familiar with that term, Richard?
Yeah, turnkey, and that's the term that is a lot of people probably don't really understand and grasp it, but it basically, in a very primary scenario, means we take the project from the beginning to the end. You come to us, you bring an idea, a vision, and we'll help you cultivate that, develop it, test it, produce it, package it, and distribute it to your levels of whatever channels you're going to distribute it to. So in essence, you just say, get it done, and we get it done.
Okay. So if I'm a startup, then I can say to you, I can just come to you with like a super vague question like, hey, I want to make a joint pain supplement. How can you help me with that?
Well, I would say before you just come out with just no real formula, I'd say do a little homework and make it something that you can actually identify. Hopefully you have some level of R&D involved. If you don't, we do that, but it's costly. I mean, R&D is not a cheap proposition, but we can do that for you. Ideally, we'd like for you to come to us with a formula, saying, oh, I've got, I want something for, say, arthritis, glucosamine chondroitin, a formula on that level, or something to that degree. And could you put it together for me to make it work? Would you like it in capsule? Would you like it in tablet? We could go from there. And from that point, we could start the process and develop either a tablet or some kind of capsule, Tyrmany's capsule, that would work, and put together a kind of a run cycle, what it would take to get that started and run. And yeah, we could do that. But I mean, again, like I said, if you do not have a formula, we'll work with you. We prefer for you too, though, because if you're trying to get something to market quickly, the sooner you bring a formula that works, the sooner we can start production.
I mean, you could fall into a black hole of research because there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of ingredients. I just learned of a new one yesterday called slippery bark. Slippery bark elm or something.
And who hasn't heard of that? I'm chewing on some now.
There's lion's mane, cat's claw, devil's claw. I mean, there are so many ingredients, and I don't even know where you would start researching, but there's got to be a place, a database somewhere like that you could just go and start researching ingredients for, whatever you're wanting.
Oh, they're out there. I mean, there's a lot of holistic sites that talk about natural ways to develop whatever you're trying to cure. So, but I mean, with that sea of enormous opportunities, you really want to make sure that you're dealing with things that are legitimate too. So.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. So once you've kind of come up with a general idea of those ingredients, then we would bring that to you, and of course, at Vesta, we have quite a few different departments as a part of our turnkey operations. So we have a quality department, we have an R&D department, we have actually, we do all of our testing third party because we want it to be unbiased and of the best quality.
Correct.
So let's see, we've got our production team that actually, makes the capsules and blends the powders and does all that kind of stuff. Anything else I'm missing that's part of a turnkey operation? Our shipping, of course.
From our shipping and sourcing, and basically our development and our marketing, our creative. So if you need us to develop a label design or some kind of branding opportunities for you, we have all that in place. So in a contract manufacturing turnkey scenario, we cover the gauntlet of all the type of services you'd need to not only bring your product to life, but to package and market it and help you even on distribution. Like if you want to go through an Amazon or a Spotify or something on those levels, we'll be able to help you set up your channels of distribution. I mean, that's what turnkey is, and that's the efficiency. I mean, the benefits, it's more efficient. You have a much better structure of packaging and delivery. And of course, it's very predictable timetables. So your timelines are very, very, very structured so that you can really project and develop budgets and forecast. So, I mean, if you're looking for the best option and a most efficient way to get your products to market, turnkey may be your solution.
Now, you mentioned Spotify. I didn't know Vesta was into music.
Well, I meant Shopify. I'm glad you caught that. Folks, Spotify is just music.
Vesta Records.
Come on now, let's get healthy. I'm healthy. Jump.
Oh, goodness. We could write some songs about supplements. That would be very interesting.
Oh, yeah. It would be off the hook. Beta-glucan and me.
Devil's Claw.
You bet.
And Lion's Mane.
And don't forget little Sammy. Ooh. I'm feeling healthy.
Okay. Anyway, back on track.
Booyah. We're trying out for, America Wants to Sing.
So back to our turnkey. Now for Vesta, our capabilities are for dry powders. So we can do capsules and tablets and sachets and pouches, jars, things like that.
Right.
But for like soft gels, you would want to find a different manufacturer probably. I mean, we could help you, and we could definitely help get that outsourced for you and kind of thing. But that's not something we would do here in-house.
We want to stay within we want to stay with our core. See, being hygroscopic, we want to stay within our turnkey situation, our wheelhouse of strengths. So we, as you know, we'd always recommend someone that does that better. Anything with the liquid or gel format is out of our league. And we'd be more than happy to direct you to people that we work with because we have partnerships with people that do that.
Right.
And outsourcing is something we could do, or we could put you totally in their hands, depending on what you wanted to do.
A lot of times I think people might consider turnkey more of like you just think factory, I'm going to turn my stuff in and it's just going to get done and I don't really have any say-so in any of it. The thing about Vesta is that we're more of a boutique turnkey.
Very much so. Boutique is definitely a good way to produce what we are. I mean, we are that kind of a niche scenario,
right,
and very specialized.
So the customer always has a hand in it. It's not just hands off, we're going to take your stuff and run with it. You always have a say-so and you have your hand in it at all times. Without
question. I mean, that's one thing I believe is really good about us is that our customer service and our relationship with the client is always side by side. So it's not like you're left out of the process. And you understand exactly what's going down, the dynamics, the production cycles, the cost. You're right there with us, step by step. And that's important because that makes a good relationship.
Now, once all that is taken care of, we've got it shipped or we've got it packed and ready to go, we can either ship it out or we do have some warehouse space and we're happy to store things for people. We're happy to drop ship. We're happy to ship it all out and do the fulfillment. So we really do have some good turnkey capabilities here. And I guess just depending on what the customer's need is, that's part of your vetting process for a good contract manufacturer.
Big time. You got to know what they can do. Show me what you got. And if it's what you need, then you proceed.
So I think the only other issue there would probably be lead times. We're looking at lead times of about 8 to 10 weeks. Possibly with COVID happening, you might give it a 12-week padding lead time. But we've been doing pretty good with getting good lead times, getting production times done quickly. So,
and like I said, in closing, that turnkey brings those timelines very, 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 very into reality, a very fine line of what you're doing, 8 to 10 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks. But with the turnkey, we pretty much know the process already, so we can deliver some very strong timelines and make things happen. So don't be afraid of turnkey, guys, out there. It's something that a lot of startups look for, and it's something that we do very well. And with that, I'd say, Val, it's been a wonderful show. I feel good about Turnkey. I feel good about Vesta. How about you?
this podcast was about turnkey manufacturing. Maybe next podcast we could have it about turkey manufacturing.
Gobble, gobble.
All right. Sounds great.
Hey, well, guys, don't forget to check us out at Pack a Punch Podcast and on Facebook and LinkedIn. And we'll be more than happy to say hello to you and reach out to us and give us some feedback on what you think. If you have some questions or topics you want to talk about, don't be afraid to bring it to the table. We want to say thank you so much. Val, it's been a great show.
Yes, happy vaccining.
You bet. Come on down. Vesta.
You've been listening to the Pack a Punch broadcast, brought to you by Vesta Nutra. If you like what you heard today, please share, like, and subscribe.